Hey everybody, welcome back to the Canes Cave. I'm Perk, and this is Just Win Canes. Well, Canes got a dub. We have a winning streak of one game, and we snuck by. Thanks to the defense led by Leonard Taylor, we did play a solid game on defense for 4 quarters and 4 overtimes. But offense was having a hard time with Jake Garcia behind the helm. I think he's, look, new quarterback, first full game, a little game jitters, a little nerves. I mean, we know he has the ability, but we did see some flashes, right? But the offense under gas is still sputtering. We're still unable to get the ball in the end zone. Now, we did hold Virginia to 0 touchdowns, but we also had 0 touchdowns. Thank goodness for Borregales, who was 4 for 4. And Jake Garcia did use his wheels at the end to get that 2-point conversion. We brought home the win in the 4th overtime. So let's put a positive spin on this, right? There's some negatives obviously in there, but this week we're not going to focus on the negatives because we're going into FSU hate week. We gotta bring the hype. We gotta bring the energy. We gotta pump up our boys. They're in the Hard Rock Stadium this week, so we gotta go into there, tailgate hard, and show our team that we support them. So let me get a little bit of the happy juice. I was in Kentucky this weekend. Bourbon country, got a little something for the cup. Get myself in the right frame of mind. Well, so like I said, the defense played a solid game. Leonard Taylor was putting in work. 0 touchdowns allowed. Borregales was 4 for 4. Restrepo is back. So he only had a couple targets, but it is good to see him in the game again, coming off that injury. There was a couple targets for Mallory, not a lot. Colby Young showed off as usual. Parrish actually got some okay rushing yards this game. And, just food for thought, moving forward, when we are thinking about guys that may be hitting the portal soon, maybe some guys that aren't producing, can't take the heat, et cetera. We're talking about Mario Cristobal, who is an excellent recruiter, and let's be honest. We wanted Coach Cristobal to come in and coach up the kids we have, but his 2 best producers right now on offense is Colby Young and Parrish, whom weren't here during the Manny Diaz era. They came in as transfers. Little food for thought. So looking at FSU, coming off a 41-16 win against Georgia Tech. Jordan Travis was 24 for 38 with 396 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. He also had 1 sack. They had 2 turnovers, 13 penalties, but they did rush for 246 yards. So they had negative, they had positive. The biggest thing to notice is they are putting the ball in the end zone, which we didn't do last game, and they are getting really good rushing yards, which we are not. So 119 yards of rushing this past week for the Canes, definitely better than the last few weeks, but it's not awesome, right? So we're going to be looking for that old line to step up, open some holes. We're going to need Parrish to have a big game. Hopefully we see the Rooster back. He can hold on to the ball. He can have a big game. Mallory, Restrepo, Colby Young. We have all the tools. We have all the tools there. We can just put it together this week, right, against FSU. Now, anybody who's been watching the Canes for a long time knows it doesn't matter the records of these teams. When they play each other, it's almost like they're playing for the national championship. It's always a hard-fought game. Everybody steps up for that game. And it's always, with the exception of a couple of years ago where we blew out FSU, it is almost always a close game. So hoping for a good win this weekend. Let's bring that energy into Hard Rock Stadium. Let's tailgate like we've never tailgated before, because we are undefeated at tailgating. Me and my crew is going to be down there. Big shout out to my guys at the Garrison. Big shout out to my boys in Charlotte with the Clock Tower. We all going to be there together. We're going to do it up. We're going to bring you some good film, some good footage of the tailgate. See you this weekend. Go Canes. Canes by 90.